This organization, of course, is dear to me. The leadership of this organization are absolutely brilliant people and dedicated.
For me, it was important to establish the fact that we were people who appreciated religion. We're not really ready to give up on religion, but we also wanted religion to maintain its integrity.
By holding our faith, we indeed are the foundation of democracy, each of our faiths.
The Interfaith Alliance itself came out of concerns raised by the Christian Coalition and Pat Robertson's assumption that the Christian Coalition spoke for all the religions in the nation. And the intent of the founders was to say, no, not all religious people think the same way. I had to say, I'm a Christian, but the Christian Coalition is far away from my beliefs and my interest in civic society, civil society, and social ethics. That was the foundation then for moving into the wider community. And it's been really one of the joys and one of the best educations of my life to encounter so many people from other religions with whom I found common ground in friendship and whom I consider to be trusted colleagues today. I grew up in a very fundamentalist home. My mother and father were both very conservative Christians. In the sphere of religion from which I came, to have a Baptist go to a Presbyterian Thanksgiving service was a big achievement. But the prevalence of love in the home and acceptance within the family was the foundation that allowed me to ask questions, to look into areas that not all my colleagues were looking into. Would you say legislate against hate? It is time for people of faith and goodwill to speak up, and it is time for some politicians in Washington to grow up. In all three of these religions, there are problems with fundamentalism and extremism. But in all three of these religions, there are terrific numbers of people who are making tremendous contributions to reconciliation and the good of the world. I serve a church in Louisiana. When I got to Washington, I found that there are a lot of people in this city who talk about religion and really don't know much about religion. I love congregational life, and I was of the firm opinion that maintaining my relationship to that congregation would be good for the work that I needed to do for the Interfaith Alliance, because we wouldn't be talking about religion theoretically. It would still be experientially for me. I would have one foot in the nation's capital, and I would also have a foot in a local community.
To recognize the courage that is required at times to stand up and speak one's mind, particularly in a closed community, of which we have too many in this country.
There's a deep passion within me regarding the importance of religious freedom, which comes straight out of the historical Baptist tradition. But I also had thought, in all religions, the tendency to say, well, actually, we're the only ones that's right. I had always thought that the very nature of religion should not be reductive, it should be expansive. And those are issues that were burning inside, and they were issues that drove me and have driven me over the last 15 or 20 years. The fire that is within those commitments and interests is what keeps me going.